I got involved with Urban Promise because we live in a rough neighborhood. There's some kids that I know right now that are in jail that I grew up with, around 16 or 15, things like that. I wasn't with Urban Promise. And I had a rough time believing in God.
In the beginning, he was quiet, off to himself. Came out his room every now and then to eat or drink. And Stephen knows, I've lost, his oldest brother through a rare genetic disorder. And I'm not about to, lose him over nonsense. And he knows better, And I always tell him, I don't want to go through that again, So I'm glad he chose to go down the right path. I really am.
Before, we used to get into arguments all the time, and it would be like the littlest thing, like the remote. Like, we'll argue about like who had the remote first, and like sometimes we would get into, we had lost our brother, things just started going downhill. Like, he would just stay in his room all day on the game.
But I don't think he ever saw himself as being a leader, no. No. He always talked about working at a restaurant, but never kids. No, I think that was the last thing. But he's doing it though.
Some fears I had to overcome was speaking in front of large crowds and audiences because I'm antisocial, and that was just something new to me.
He didn't talk a lot, and I would never see him like talking in front of like big crowds. But yeah, I see him talking in front of crowds when I come in and watch, and it's like, it's crazy.
Papa Frank, he comes in clutch a lot, with the small things and even the big things at sometimes. He's a good guy to be around. The kids love him, I love him, and he's just a wonderful person.
Every year Urban Promise has a speech contest, and I helped Stephen with his, and he impressed me and a lot of people. He won the contest for the street leaders.
Good afternoon, my name is Stephen Wade, and today I will be telling you about my historical achiever, Frederick Douglass.
I was nervous. I was real nervous about writing a speech.
And first place street leader, 2017, Stephen Wade!
Shocked. I never thought, not Stephen, because he was quiet and shy. I've heard that all throughout school year, he didn't say much, he was real quiet. So, for something like that, that's a big thing, for Stephen, huge.
Street leader is basically like a big brother or big sister to the kids. It's important for our kids to have somebody to talk to because some of the kids don't have the right people to talk to, so they come to camp and then they have people like us that they can talk to. And we can sit down with them and we can have a heart-to-heart with them, and then we can make them feel much better.
He tells us like how he's helping out the kids, how he's studying with them and helping them with their, math homework and stuff.
I remember one of the students telling him that on days that when he didn't want to do anything, how Stephen would encourage him to do, even though he didn't want to do it. They said he was kind and he was pretty quick on his feet, and I think they said he was okay in basketball. But they said some good things about him, they really did.
We do things with the street leaders. We've gone on camp outs, and I helped teach Stephen how to stand up on a paddle board, and he didn't think he would ever learn, and he's learned to kayak, and he's done a lot of different things as a result of this ministry, and we've gone on a lot of neat trips to various places, so it's been good.
But I'm glad he ran across it, It's taught him a lot about the Bible, patience, kindness, helping people, it's taught him a lot, it really has. I've seen him grow over the past year or two. He has really grown.
I just wanted to say thank you because my brother, before, I'm trying not to cry. My brother before, we didn't have the relationship that we had before. So, I'm glad that we have the relationship that we have now.
I feel like it would be a great idea to, hire more teenagers because, it could get a lot of teenagers off the streets and it can give them something better to do. Before Urban Promise, I was going to be a great leader until I got here and found that out about myself, that I'm a good leader.